still has making up a
so
song.
the cloud
to your
cheat
little
makes
thing
the
there.
Trying to make it more entertaining.
All the easier to mix the colors.
Countdown?
Oh, now.
Okay, close enough, whatever.
Yeah.
We're so serious about this.
Yes.
Mort's always a serious matter.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, the game has no idea half the time when you're actually standing on something.
The game has no idea if you're pushing buttons.
No. It definitely knows if you're pushing buttons.
You just don't know which ones.
Yeah, because it needs to know how to mock you.
Yeah. I think I can handle that.
This button.
Yeah, the start button.
Silence!
The big one! Near the center, but not the center one. Because that's the home button.
Interesting fact about this game, it's actually impossible to die by falling out of bounds.
You just kind of float
You
around.
just float.
Because they've got these like awesome jet engines that they keep off stage. That just kind of do this. Blow your chicken
Alright
out.
then. They couldn't figure out how to code the proper falling deaths. So
No, they knew
took
their
the easy
game
way
was
out.
so bad that they had to make it easier on you.
Falling,
They
yeah.
knew nobody would play it if dying that way was a possibility.
Did this company make any other games?
All I know is that
I'm Chicken Little. And I'm Henny Penny.
At least the cutscenes are hilarious.
How's the volume, like on the stream?
Seemingly at
For
random.
this?
Penny.
It's probably fine as long as you're not talking.
Our inability to count has hindered the effort. Chicken? It all took place here.
Oh,
During the
yes,
live
we
taping
saw
of the
this.
popular Mort the
It's
Chicken
not part of it.
television program.
Oh, that's right.
Mort and the wacky gang were apparently in the middle of a good old-fashioned hoedown when disaster struck.
Mort the Chicken himself, in an act of bravery or stupidity, leaped down the well after the chicks.
Why these cubes took the chicks remains a mystery. And there's an even bigger mystery. Penny?
TV's Mort the Chicken. Why would the star of a children's television show leap down a well?
Very unchicken-like.
What got into him? Is he insane?
Is he a hero or in cahoots with these cubes? Joining us for this discussion is Dr. Carl Cockerell, expert in television personality analysis and appropriate barnyard behavior. Dr. Cockerell, Mort the Chicken, help, hindrance, menace, hero?
Whatever else he is, Mort is a chicken. As a chicken, he is genetically hardwired to panic. By not panicking, he's betrayed his chicken nature and, by extension, us. If he's part of the problem, in other words, he's a problem, and if he's trying to solve the problem, well, he's still a problem.
So if he's helping, he's a problem, and if he's a problem, he's a problem.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dr. Cockerell.
My pleasure.
Until our next update, I'm Henny Penny. Don't count those chickens until they're hatched.
And I'm Chicken Little. Never cross the road, unless you know why.
Oh my god.
What the
Are you glad you're awake this UA?
Yes, I'm very glad I couldn't sleep.
Now there's another game this reminds me of, Duke Nukem, because it's the same motivation. He wants to save the chicks.
Oh, where am I going? Oh, snap. Where'd my...
You.
Oh, I already put it in the well.
Did Mort just look at the camera? Yes, he did.
He looks at the camera on a regular basis.
I don't know if it's intentional
I have
or
to
not,
ask,
but he does
how
it.
many viewers do we have right now?
Not nearly
It's supposed
enough.
to be a TV
Not, yeah,
personality.
it's about 2,200, which isn't bad for 5 in the morning on a Friday.
It's
And a
already 5.
terrible
Wow.
Okay.
this game is worth it. Oh man.
I want that number to skyrocket.
Okay.
Athena.
We got this.
Oh, it probably will.
Athena, all boss.
Once more people wake up, I'm sure that viewer count will go up, but I mean, yeah, it's...
Yeah.
People are just now waking up on the East Coast and it is a work day, so...
Yeah, it is Friday morning.
You better be watching this at work.
It's so worth it.
I'm sure your boss will understand.
It's a charitable cause.
That's it. That's all you get for that
We'll
one.
see that again, don't worry.
It'll be back.
We won't see it again, we'll see more of it.
Yeah.
Also, we're coming for you, League of Legends.
Oh, yeah. Snap. Oh, snap. League of Legends ain't got nothing on Mort.
You ain't got nothing.
Perhaps Perhaps we should mention the organization for.
Oh, that's right. We
autism
haven't done that in a
research.
while.
I don't know. Would it help to mention that during this game?
Well, we just plugged it like 10 minutes ago before Alice ended.
Ah, okay. So we'll be good for a while. I'm not done.
Oh.
Jumps hard.
Well, you just if you press the X button, you keep on flapping, and so you kind of glide. But it takes like 3 years after you stop pressing X for you to actually fall.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it takes like 3 years to master it.
That too.
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
The Cube kidnap crisis continues. Joining us live at the barnyard is correspondent Charles Chicken. Charles?
This is Charles Chicken reporting live. I don't like being here. I'm frightened.
Don't worry, that's normal. What's the situation there?
One brave barnyard follower is going to follow in Mort the Chicken's footsteps.
Don't make me! I don't want to go!
Chicken Cam's exclusive live coverage of the dangerous alternate dimension where our chicks are being held captive.
No, please! No!
Come on, Mort the Chicken did it.
Please stay!
Oh, the roaches.
Thank you, Charles Chicken. Stay tuned for more live coverage of the ongoing crisis. Until next time, remember, if you're going to flock together, make sure your feathers are similar.
And if you have eggs, always put them in more than one basket. That's a rule of thumb.
What's a thumb?
I don't know.
Oh, that was glorious.
I just wonder how bored the developers were. Oh, our game sucks. What can we do to make it better?
Okay, so I have a few new donations I can read off if the...
By all means.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a $90 donation from Tony Wick. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Greetings from Sweden. Put these towards the bonus levels for Jumping Flash. Keep up the good work. It's been awesome so far. Got $10 from Daniel Miller for Odin and Gilgamesh FF8 and a chance at the Alice picture.
Too late.
Well, it was he sent it in like 25 minutes ago. For some reason, it just now showed up.
Yeah, those red cubes, they sometimes hurt you, but they usually don't. And that one hurt me. And then it stole one of my chicks, and I need to go find it again sometime.
I think we determined that they like to play... Yeah, I think we determined that the red cubes like to play make-believe, but sometimes they get a little rough.
$10 from Danny Yao, no comment.
Ooh.
$10 from Robert Mushet Cole, no comment.
Let's go find the other last little chick that I lost.
And $25 from Dominic Zymanski. Loving the Alice run. Keep up the good work, guys. Gonna donate some more later. Thank you very much.
Ah, curse you! Get me back.
Oh.
Okay, and it'll entrap it in a cube, and you need to get it back. But sometimes it like shows up somewhere else entirely. Like the cube falls down on something that you can't get to at the time. So yeah, this run is
The run of the century?
yes. Okay, there we go.
The run is fouled up.
Oh.
Give us a high five.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, man.
Also bad.
Brilliant.
Doctor Who anymore? What we need is a TARDIS.
Instead of a TARDIS, it's a flying chicken coop. Painted blue and says police on the side still.
That's a corn.
Yes, that's my life bar. There's like these piles of corn and beans. They make sure that there's also piles of beans around, and you just like start pecking at those, and it gives you life. I'll probably run into one eventually and show it off.
So from my understanding, this game got into this marathon because I played it once, he saw it and went, "This looks fun."
It is a
And
fun
now
game.
you're watching it.
Oh, come here, you.
So that's a pile of corn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or beans. We're not sure.
One of the two.
I think the cutscenes are the only reason this game is
Probably.
relatively watchable.
Pretty much.
the greatest collection of dance hits ever made. You get Funky Chicken by the Chickadelics, Shake Your Tail Feather by Cogbird and the Coops, Got to Get My Talons on You by the artist formerly known as Rooster, Baby, Baby, Baby by Baby Chick, Oh Baby, Baby by Chick Baby, 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 Oh Baby by Baby, Baby, I Wear Funny Hats by Weird Al Chicken, and much, much more.
I wear funny hats.
That chicken's like, oh my god.
I don't know how its foot got there.
See if I can't, like... No, you can't do that.
Ice,
You will physically,
ice
like,
physics.
bend your leg in half.
Yeah.
Every game needs ice physics.
In other news, the
What's like-
chicks on this level have cute little pink hats. They're very cute.
Like,
They need to stay warm.
the game already had ice physics, and now it's just worse, really.
That's pretty much exactly it.
It's...
Oh, what? Did I get hit? Okay. This way.
It's like
Whoa! Whoa!
Just charges forward to swing his neck around.
Here. And here. Is that all of them? Not yet. That one.
Oh man.
You got it.
So like, other than the controls, this game isn't difficult at all.
Not really.
Not really.
The camera's also really bad.
It's
Oh
like
yeah, the camera's
the only
acting
real
like
enemy is
twice.
like the game itself trying to.
Oh no.
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
What's it all about? Why are they taking our chicks? Are they as afraid of us as we are of them? Why is the portal to their world at the bottom of a well? Let's get some answers from our resident expert, author of Your Inner Egg, Who Needs to Fly, and The Coop of Tomorrow, Dr. Carl Cockerell.
Carl Cockerell, these cubes, our chicks, explanation?
Penny, it could be just as simple and harmless as it seems. These cubes have always been down there, shy but curious. When they heard our youngsters laughing and having a good time, maybe they just came up to see what the fuss was about.
So why did they kidnap the chicks?
Well, maybe they haven't been kidnapped. Maybe they're just having a sleepover. Maybe they made a play date.
But what if this well has somehow become a gateway to another dimension? A dimension composed entirely of cubes?
That's ridiculous, Henny. If you're going to indulge in random speculation, which is my job, by the way, you might as well say that we're all just images on a screen being manipulated by large featherless bipeds in some kind of video game. How do you like that?
Huh? Thank you, Carl Cockerell.
Back to your regular programming.
Oh, that was so
Like how
bad.
there's no transition to the next line either.
Uh-huh.
Like all the dialogue in this game, I think was just the first take, and it was yep.
Yeah.
Maybe they created the cutscenes first and it's like, how do we make this a game?
The bonus level has one chick.
That was some level.
What level?
They just-
There's levels of compensation.
Another cutscene. Go.
What?
Yep.
Pretty much. There's another interesting fact
The
about
bestest
this
of cutscenes.
Every single level, it's as if the developers didn't know how to end a level except by having chicks go down a well. So even for things like boss fights, bonus levels, you
Yeah.
have to have one chick follow you back down the well.
At least. Sometimes they give you more.
By the way, I'm not sure if this was mentioned before, but the goal for Athena all bosses did get met a little while ago.
Oh! That totally screws up my route.
That's okay, I practiced it.
Last time I looked at it, it was at like 80 or something.
How much do we have for Jumping Flash bonus level?
The donation, the $90 donation we got met the whole thing, so that's happening
It
too.
was $90? I thought it was like 40.
It was 15 and per level, and there's 6 of them, and somebody donated 90 for the whole thing.
No, I mean like I thought the donation was 40,
but
but it was 90.
No, it was, well, yeah, there's been one donation for it. It was for 90.
I'm
so.
tired, so I misheard you.
Okay.
Whoa, come on, over. No,
Super
yes.
cube. Yeah, alright.
I just walked under that cube. It was very skillful. And
Wow, I
very
like
dangerous.
the backgrounds there, the blue.
It's a gradient.
It's brilliant. It's well done.
Really complements the frame rate.
This game has that?
It's very.
Well, it has a
That's a big
story.
Van Gogh would be proud.
Or just sad.
Can't disturb Van Gogh. Chopped off his own ear.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Oh,
I think the creators of this game chopped off their own ears.
I think they're chopped off their own brain.
Whoa.
They had one to begin with?
Well, they did it before developing.
This
I had it surgically replaced with a chicken.
Very good. Doctor, I know it.
Okay.
Are they wearing hats or something?
Yes.
They are wearing. They're wearing
nice
cute
though,
little
man. Keep warm.
Yeah, okay.
The chicks have to stay warm.
Actually, up in northern Alberta, we put hats on our chickens. So it's, perfectly reasonable.
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
Today, more baby chicks erupted from the well thanks to Mort the Chicken, hero, TV star, and dear friend.
You and Mort go quite a ways back, don't you, Chicken?
Oh yes, Henny. Gosh, it feels like yesterday when we first met. Here at the scene of National Propulsion Laboratory, where the ever-so-publicized rocket sled is about to be tested. Joining me live is the test pilot. They call him Mortimer Chicken. Even though you're terrified, Mortimer, you're a better chicken than me. You wouldn't catch me in a rocket sled going 500 miles an hour. Where do you get the guts? Okay, here we go. They're strapping him
The
in.
timer isn't going.
That doesn't matter.
That's just been bugging me so much.
Mortimer is strapped in, and we're ready to go. I can see the engineers running around. They're almost ready. And there's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, blast off! And there it goes, over 500 miles per hour with the world's bravest chicken at the helm. Alright. Baby Mort felt so lucky to be alive that nothing scares him anymore. He'll probably be dead soon, but until then, we'll admire him.
I think Mort's adorable. I'm Henny Penny.
And I'm Chicken Little.
Weren't they like calling him?
on.
Like 5 minutes ago, they called him like a menace. They were like,
Yeah,
he is
it's
evil.
news people.
Yeah, well,
It just doesn't make sense.
That was all the time.
Well, they're saving baby chicks. He's got to be
Like,
positive.
hey, when are they healthy? When are they kill you? Okay.
Anything for a story, right? Okay.
Totally important.
It is so hard to walk on that wall.
Whoa.
Because it just rejects you from every angle.
Okay.
Everything rejects from every angle in this game.
Ugh. I'm gonna have to ride the cube this time. This is a good cube, by the way.
Except for the keys.
Oh,
The keys
get me over there. Curse.
They don't have any arms.
Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. Up.
Find that well. That neck is so weird.
Yeah, there's just one
constantly-
of the cheat codes extended the
You
neck.
know, I've heard the term rubbernecking before, but I've never actually seen it.
Be on the lookout for this duck. He is presumed armed. I mean, winged, and very dangerous.
So random.
You never see the duck.
Oh.
I wish.
Yeah, so do I. What if he's like a secret boss that no one's found out how to
This
unlock?
way. Okay.
It's probably entirely possible with this crap.
Oh yeah, that power up gives me springy springs for him, as you can see.
They finally decided to give you power for this game?
Well, they have power ups all over the place. Most of them are just worthless.
Yeah.
Except for the spring one.
They don't really help you too much.
I don't know, the chick cannon.
Oh, the chick cannon is pretty awesome. I agree. I'll have to show that one off sometime. Oh wow, that was a nasty knot.
Yeah. How did he get his way out of that one?
Ugh. Up on top, turn. Yes. Okay.
No, it's not. Dizzying. One bit.
Oh man.
It's definitely one of those cases where controlling is a a lot more pleasant
So,
than
Doctor, what part of the chicken does the nugget come from exactly?
That part. The demonic red part of the chicken that screams at you.
Jesus space.
Chat's reaction to that cutscene is pretty good.
I think CD is shaking the.
Well, it's because they just learned where chicken nuggets really come from.
They come from him.
So what were some of the comments?
Confusion. Let me leave it at that.
See, I don't understand a level like that where it's supposed to go platforming and not falling off, but you can't.
Fall off.
I don't. It's.
No,
It's
The
hard
level-
enough,
the level
even if
design
you can't
doesn't make
fall off,
sense.
because sometimes it's really hard to get back on.
It's just
Yeah.
dumbfounding. Chicks.
Nice level.
Head Behemoth. This is like my favorite level.
Oh.
This level has like
In the other level, they had one chick and a lot of coins, and so they thought they'd switch it up and give you a lot of chicks and just one coin.
Ooh.
Clever.
Oh yeah, they're really switching things up here.
so there's actually a maximum number of chicks you can have following you at one
Yep.
time. So you have to make several trips.
Ooh, there's that coin. Oh, you get the coin.
I'll get it.
Maybe he's optimizing this.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, I'm optimizing.
So when are you doing a sight run for this game, huh?
Sooner than you think.
The day SDA allows cutscenes.
The day I finished the last 2 levels of this game or something, that's apparently how far it was.
Oh, here's the chick cannon.
Where did they go?
They fly off and hit things.
See, look.
That is a demonic laugh.
Well, it is funny. I'm just like flying off, blasting things to smithereens. I don't have to do anything.
I like how the cubes just constantly respawn and whatnot too.
I like how giant amounts of coins flow out.
Oh, I forgot that coin.
Reject.
Unacceptable.
100% for you.
That was just.
So we're gonna have to have a separate category for an all
All
cutscenes run.
I can see that happening. No more heroes would certainly be a lot more entertaining.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
missed it. Look at that.
I am so disappointed in you.
And they don't even give me.
That's what I
You
feel right
can't
now.
bend
He's
your
like, you
foot
better not
upside
give me
down.
that.
The loading screens for this game are pretty great too.
They're very fine art, if you ask me.
Are there more cutscenes?
Art's
All of them are
There are more
100%,
cutscenes,
100%
but,
original.
That one just didn't get it. Stairs.
The #1 enemy in
Yeah.
the chicken.
That should be stairs.
Basic platforming.
Yes,
There we
you
go.
put an escalator in front of Mort, he would be in heaven.
It's more the chicken, nothing worse.
Alright, how did that happen then?
Best chicken simulator I've ever played. I mean, you just like run around and flap your wings, peck at the ground. I mean, look at that. This is
It's
very
real.
You don't
chicken-like.
scratch your feet.
You don't need to scratch your feet when all the good stuff is just lying in piles on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially the cubes.
Yeah, those are the most convincing part of the simulator.
Yes. This is how chickens view their world.
Much work was done on chicken psychology and neurology to make this game.
Well, you've
By
seen the
another chicken.
cutscenes.
Yeah.
It is true to chicken nature as possible.
See, they're scratching.
Okay.
Yeah. Scratch and flex.
That guy on the right
Chicken
just
routine.
doesn't know how to dance right.
Well, they've got the 3 levels of difficulty: hyper, normal, and slow and sluggish, like all exercise programs.
More ice.
Yeah.
You can't get enough of ice physics. Come on.
And the pink hats.
This came out of a sewer level?
No.
Oh.
Surprisingly enough.
I don't know what that power.
I don't know
does.
where you would find a well inside of a sewer though.
I'm thinking one that.
Oh, it's like a
workout
master.
thing.
Some kind of master.
I missed one.
Not
you
too
go to
unlike
the
the
pink
That way.
master.
Okay. They actually have a chick location device, see? That way. Okay.
Oh, this is too good.
God.
Oh!
No.
Okay, we're good. Camera? No. No camera.
There is none. It tried that.
I think they've got a chicken running the camera.
Yeah,
I think that's the chicken they sent
Yes,
down the
that's
way.
Maybe a turkey.
it might be.
The duck.
This cutscene.
I'm now complete.
That's the
It's
part
so
where they.
beyond words.
That's the part where their voice actors all left and they're like,
They're like, we'll just chop up our existing stuff and pitch shift.
Walkman.
This is the hardest boss in the game. There are 2 bosses in the game. One right after the other.
That sounds good.
You cannot actually turn and run the other way.
Wow,
this
really
guy is...
random because half the time he'll block the shots you send.
You're getting so lucky.
I am lucky. This is the run, guys.
Oh my
You
god.
actually have
so
to bounce.
lucky.
You have to bounce blocks off the camera.
Yes, because you cannot turn around. See? Turn around? Nope, no turning around. Okay, just run. Like a good chicken should.
So the camera acts as a physical wall in this case.
Yes!
So I guess they're not breaking it.
Oh, never mind. This is...
Just use the fourth wall.
Bouncing off of it.
Yes, this is the 4th wall.
Use the fourth wall, Luke.
Yes!
Gotcha.
That was so much faster than my practice
Wow.
runs.
Yeah,
There's a well.
that was
Ugh,
way
chicken.
better.
If you got that coin, this will be the run.
What coin?
Oh, the one that was in
No.
the chick's level.
Most certainly
Don't you
not.
try to make us forget about that. We will not forget
Ancient chicken.
the lost coin.
They bring offerings of corn.
And here's the other boss.
The Necronomicon.
On a roulette wheel.
Yep.
There's a house in the background there flying around or something like that.
And you kill it by throwing dice at it.
Yeah, why not?
Do particular dice
he just
numbers do more damage?
Oh, he sucked me in.
Eat you.
Yes, he did eat me.
That
have
face
attacks?
doesn't-
But did
yeah,
I
that's
taste
what I
it?
was saying.
Yeah, well, you probably tasted somewhat similar to.
Okay.
Alright, that's it, guys.
Time? Actually, no, there's... Oh, yeah. Go ahead and hit the timer. But of course there's more.
Okay. Well,
The
27,
bonus...
42.
Actually, well, there's
Wow.
more cutscenes.
Oh yeah, this didn't play last time.
I'm Parallelogram, and this is the news. Our long nightmare is finally over. At this hour, the war between the cubes and the soft, squishy things has ended in peace. And it turns out it was all based on a simple misunderstanding. We thought the soft, squishy things, which we now know are called chickens, had kidnapped cubes from our world. Well, we've now learned that these cubes are not cubes at all. Well, they are cubes, but they're not cubes, if you know what I mean. They're food. Or a larger squishy thing with split hooves called a cow. I don't pretend to understand it. All I know is the danger is over. Here to explain it is our leader, Cubicles.
Cubicles?
Silence! Oh, okay, you weren't talking. It is I, Cubicles. We have engaged in a great war with the soft, squishy things we know as chickens. I believed that these chickens had imprisoned certain of our kind. This was my bad. Funny story, these were not real living cubes, but stacks of food that looked like cubes. Like tofu or marshmallows. They are called hay bales or hay stacks. They are inanimate, not alive at all. They are eaten by cows, a larger, soft, squishy thing. So, I almost got us all killed for nothing. Joke's on us. Sorry about that. But all's well that ends well. Can I still be your leader? Silence? Well, okay then. But we could have been in danger if we had been in danger. Oh, never mind. I am so obligated.
Is Mort, the chicken, any less a chicken for being a hero? Maybe it's okay to be brave.
And this is the part where I don't even need to play.
part where it shows that this game was supposed to look like this. And that he does not, in fact, have a noodle neck.
Well, it's a noodle neck, it's just a shorter noodle.
Yeah.
As you can see, that boss actually looks different. I bet you it was from a beta version of this game. They had a beta version of this game.
Oh,
So they just put it from the beta version in their actual game.
Maybe this game wasn't as bad.
Or maybe that was from the alpha, and then they released the beta.
And then never released the full game.
that's what it feels like by the end of it.
Such a good chicken.
Everyone loves Mort.
What makes a good chicken?
That.
Also, no neck? Lots of neck.
This makes a good chicken.
I thought it was its tasty.
What makes a good chicken is when, you know, you bread it a little bit and then you. Yeah.
200 degrees.
Is it like mad chicken disease or something?
I would not eat Mort, sorry.
Neither would I.
Mort's too cool.
He's too adorable.
I yelled the jello that boss was made of.
This is their ending credits.
No, they've got credits. They just want to show you this after making you play this game.
Yeah, so they want you to turn it off before they show the
He
credits.
saved our
To
chips.
see who made it.
Perhaps even saved the whole world.
Thanks, Mort.
Thanks, Mort.